and welcome to the Unreal Engine 4 tutorial series on how to make a weapon system. So last time we left off doing this. So as you can see, I have weapons and I can hover over this. So as you can see, the name is popping up. However, we haven't made the constructor. So as you can see, open a master weapon, and as you can see, there is a construction script. So I want to make this weapon structure to set all the value on the constructor. So what I will do, first I will simply Control W to duplicate that. So I will set members on weapon structure, right? And the members I want to set, so if you see these options, you can set all the members in here. The reason we are doing this is because imagine a case like that where your player is popping up at the same time where is your weapon. So your player is interacting the weapon, but the weapon is currently now in the creation, so the values aren't assigned to it. So what this construction script do, it will assign all the values in the weapon when this weapon is created. So this construction script will be called whenever you create an object, whenever you spawn an object, or whenever you transform, or let's say rotate, translate, anything. So this will be called. So I will simply split and I will simply set all the values in here. Leave the class, except from the class, set all the values. Okay, and for the class I will simply get a self reference, and from the self reference I will get class, and this class would go in here. So we have eliminated that problem, that if we spawn and in here if we something has, then we can't interact with it until it's present. So we will get an access none, but we have eliminated that. Okay, now what? We need some enumerations. So let's make one enumeration, and this would be E underscore weapon input. So let's define some inputs. First just add a none so that it won't set by default everything else. Then first is, if I press 2, then the primary weapon should be equipped. So primary slot, then a secondary slots, then a pistol slot, and then a melee. Then what we need a sheath. Then just set this guy to sheath. Okay, this is done. We need another enumeration for weapon states. So if it's dropped, if it's equipped, or it is in hand. So set a blueprint enumeration, and I'm gonna call it E underscore weapon state, and our gun has 3 states. So if it's dropped, if it's equipped, or if it's in hand. There are 3 types of states our gun have. Okay, and now for our weapon state, let's create that function in here so that we can call out. Okay, so let's create a function. I'm gonna call it set weapon state. Okay, and this function has an input called weapon state, and the type of this weapon state is the enumeration we have made, weapon state, this one. So as you can see, our weapon state has 3 types of states, so just switch it up. So what if we do if it's dropped, what if we do if it's equipped, or what if we do if it's in hand, right? So if it's dropped, then I want to set this interaction area to overlap all the dynamics. So set collision profile name. The profile name should be overlap all dynamic. Okay. And the weapon mesh should be set collision profile name to no collisions. Nope, we are doing this for a drop stage. So for that, let's make a new collision channel. Minimize that and go to your settings, and in the project settings you can see this engine collision. So let's make a new collision preset. As you can see, we by default have this much. Let me just show you. Okay, as you can see, we have these all predefined collision presets. Let's make another one. So click on this new button and you can create your own custom collision. So my collision would be a dropped gun. The collision would be collision enable, query and physics both. And I want to ignore everything. Just leave the world static and world dynamic to block and just accept it. So as you can see, we have created our collision preset, the dropped gun. So I will simply close it up and open up your master weapon. So your weapon mesh should be your dropped gun. So it will only block the world static and dynamic, otherwise it will simply ignore. So dropped gun. I have, let me just double check my spellings. Collisions presets. Okay, dropped gun. Okay, now what if it's equipped, then I want to overlap this. So I will simply Control W to duplicate that, and I will set it to equip. So if it's equipped, then what I want to do, I want to set it to no collision, because I don't want to show my interaction area sphere collision to show the widget. This is why I'm setting this to no collision, and this one to no collision as well. Compile, let me just double check it. Okay, right. Now what I want to simulate, because if we drop a gun, it should simulate like, yeah, it is dropping. So I will get this weapon mesh and I will set simulate physics to true, because I want to simulate, and I don't want to simulate when I am equipped. So I will simply Control W to duplicate that. So for the equip part, I don't want to simulate because it's in our holster. So I will simply untick this simulation. Then I want to set this relative transform. So I will simply reset relative transform. Yes. Okay. Hit compile, save. Yep. All done. Okay. Now what? Now we need to tell that, yeah, we are interacting this gun. So please attach it to our holster. So for that we need a holsters. So let's make some holsters first. So as you can see, my player has this skeleton. So whatever player you are using, you have some skeletons. So for me, I find this pine 3 best for attaching my guns. So click on this bone and right click to add a socket. So as you can see, I have added this socket and I'm gonna call it holster 1. Whatever you want, you're gonna call whatever you want. So one holster is attached in here, right? And let's set to some value so that we can see it. So click on this holster and you can see, right click to add a preview asset. This is just a preview only, this is nothing else. So if you see, I can set my guns however I want. Whoops, I don't need a second holster, I only need one holster, and as you can see, this is my preview mesh. So these guns don't look so good, so let me just set it. So rotate it, don't scale it, you just rotate and translate it. If make sure the relative scale is 1 comma 1 comma 1, you can change this too. So for me, I think this is fine. Okay, this is absolutely fine. Okay, I think a gun should be something called here in the Days Gone, I'm not sure. Okay, and this should be go. Okay, now we need second holster for my second, so I will simply click on this spine bone again and I will add another socket and call it holster 2. And let's add some preview assets so that we can see how much it gonna look. Let's what I want to add, let's add this gun. This is just preview only, you are not actually attaching any guns here. Okay, so my second holster gun should look something. Whoops, my first holster is much. I will simply set my first gun to something called here and second gun to something left side. You can press F to focus your gun, so you can set however you want to like it. Okay, hit. Okay, I'm happy with this. And E to rotate is something called here. Yeah, let's make a third one. So I will simply click on this spine and create a third socket, and I'm gonna call it a melee weapon holster. So F2 melee holster. Let's add some preview mesh socket so that we can see that how it's gonna look. Hit. Okay. Rotate it something. Hit E. You can attach to however you want, whatever you want. I think, yeah, this should work. Okay, so this is my third one. Okay, and now for this I want a pistol also something called here. So in the thigh part, yes, thigh R, I will create a socket in here, and this thigh socket I'm gonna call it a pistol holster, and let's add a preview asset in here, pistol type of, yes, this one. I don't have the rights to share this pistol model, but any other are created by me, so you can use that. Okay, my pistol should go something here. Is it fine? I'm happy with this. Okay, so my person is looks something like this. There is one pistol and 3 weapons. Okay, and make sure you name properly. This is a pistol holster, a melee holster, holster 1 and 2. Okay, done. It's saved. And now what we need, so we need the weapon system component, and in here let's create a function called pickup weapon, and this pickup weapon has one input called the weapon. Let's call it the weapon. and the type of this weapon would be a master weapon. Master weapon, yeah, the main parent of all the weapons. And whenever we interact with this, first let's promote it to a local variable so that we can use that and we don't have to share it with any other function. I'm gonna call it interacting weapon. Okay, hit compile and save. Okay, now what? Let's add this component to our player. So open your player character and add a component, the weapon system component. Yeah, this component, hit compile, let's save. And I don't need anything else. Okay, now you can see in my weapon, whenever I interacting, where it was the interact function, we are printing the hello. Well, what I need, I want to interact with the weapon system component. I need to tell it to pick up this gun. So from that, get component by class, get the component by class, and the component should be a weapon system. Yep. And as a weapon system, I want to pick up the weapon, and the weapon should be the weapon we are interacting. So this would be a self reference. Hit compile and we are done here. So this weapon system is calling this pickup weapon, and this pickup weapon is this function. So now what we need, so from this interacting weapon, get a structure, weapon structure. Yeah, and let's just break it out, and you can see this weapon enumeration. So let's switch this weapon enumeration. I will simply click on this and hide all the unconnected pins. So as you can see, we have all the weapon types we have. So if it's a rifle type of weapon, then it will go to rifle ones. If it's a pistol type of weapons, then these all are the pistol types holsters, and this is a melee type. So based on this, we can select which holster this weapon is belongs, and we can just code this all. Before that, let me show you the algorithm, because otherwise it's not making any sense. Okay, so as you can see, this algorithm. So first we're gonna interact a weapon, so it will call out that pickup weapon function. Before that, when we interact, we want to check if we already has the same weapon we are interacting. If it's true, then we're gonna take the ammo from it. If it falls, then we follow this path where we actually pick up the weapon by calling out that pickup function. In that, we're gonna check by switching on enums that weapon belongs to which holster, whether it's pistol or rifle or melee holster. From that, we're gonna check if our holster has already a weapon or not. If the weapons which they belong, if already present a weapon in there, then first we want to drop it and then we want to pick up the new one, so we'll simply swap it. But if it falls, if there is no weapon in the holster, if it's the empty weapon, then we will directly just equip it. So this is a core algorithm of what we want to do. So let's set in here. So let's make a macro. I will create a check, a rifle holster availability. Yeah, it comes. This rifle holster has one input called in. This would be an execute type, this exec. And second input would be the weapon. Okay, I don't think I need this, or do I? Yes, I do. It would be type of a master weapon object reference. Yep, object reference. and the output I need a execute type of pin which tells that yeah, primary holster is empty. So primary holster empty. Then second one and third one. Second would say secondary holster empty. And all holster. Okay. And third one says full holsters. And a fourth value would be a master weapon, which would be the weapon. Let's call it a weapon because we can't name two pins same. Okay, so what we will do, we will check. So for that we need some variables. So let's create a variable called primary holster, and the type of this variable would be a master weapon. Weapon object reference. Second one would be a secondary holster. Then a melee holster or a pistol holster first. Pistol holster. Then what we need, a melee holster. And then 1 2 3 4 and fifth one is a in hand weapon. So what is the currently the weapon we are in hand? So this variable would be empty, or let's say none, if we don't have any weapon in our primary holster, or else it will be as the weapon we are interacting. So based on that we can do. So you can call out this primary, and if you drag a node and search for is valid, execute this one, you can see there is a is valid node which checks if this primary holster we are interacting with, it has any value inside this or it is null. So if it's null, then it will say not valid. If it has some value, then it will say it's valid. This, if you double click on this node, you can see this is the same as this is valid by a branch. So this one where it was, yeah, this is the same as control W. Let me just show you. This is the same as is valid this one and hit branch. So this both are the same. There is nothing difference between this, but this you don't have to call it like this. However, if you right click on this and if you go to convert valid, you can see is valid and is not valid. This and this are not same. So what is the key difference between these two? So the workflow both are the same. They both finds if our current object has any value or it is null. So if it's null, then it will return a not valid, and if it has some value, then it will return a valid. But this one will check for soft object as well. So as you can see, this master weapon or anything, you can see a class and object reference. There are two more references, soft object and soft class. We won't gonna discuss that here, but if you are validating by this one, then it won't gonna do for a soft object, but this will do for the soft object as well as your hard objects. So we're gonna do this for the is valid execute pin. So attach this to in here. So if it's not valid, that means yeah, we have an empty primary holster. Let me just make this one here, and so yeah, if it's valid, then I want to check it again with the secondary holster, right? It compile, and we're gonna do something more code in here, but for now let's just do, and this guy would go in here to here without any issues. Okay, now go to the pickup weapon. So call out this rifle holster availability. The weapon would be this interacting weapon. This is the same the one we have attached in here, the local variable. So whatever the rifles are will go in here. Yeah, AK-47 is a rifle, UMP is a rifle, this one is a rifle, and this one is also a rifle. So yeah, all the rifle types of weapon would go to here and check the availability for this. Then we want to make another variable. I'm gonna call it a empty holster, and this would be a type of a name. This one name. The reason is because we know that our holsters name are in the name form. So if it's not valid, then our variable is true, our primary holster is empty. So set this to our holster 1, which is your primary holster you named. Okay, if let's make some room here, if it is full but this is empty, then I will call it a holster 2. Hit compile and save and leave it as it is. We're gonna code something more in here. So from that we have our empty holster, right? So in here what I want to do, first I want to set this guy to primary holster, because I know the primary holster is empty by checking the availability. Then I want to attach to component, right? But for that, let's make a function called attach to holster or attach weapon to player. Hit compile and save. First one is the gun, the weapon you want to attach, the weapon. Okay. Second one is want to attach, want to equip. So if you want to equip, then it will go to the hand part. If you don't want to equip, then it will go to the holster part. Let me just double sure it. Okay, where it was, yeah. Okay, not the want to equip, I need a name, and this would be a holster. Hit compile and save. So from that I want to attach to component. So attach to component where the target is an actor, make sure a target is an actor, and the parent would be the mesh. So for the mesh, go to your event graph and in your begin play, cast to the player you are using, cast to third person character, right? Because we need this reference, and get the player character. This would be a long video, I guess. Okay, let's promote it to variable called player reference, player ref. Okay, hit compile. So where do I want to attach? I want to attach to the socket name. So this one. So for that, first I want to attach to player the player mesh. So get the mesh, and mesh is a component of our player, and this would be go to the parent. Hit Q to just inline it. Location root would be snap to target for all the things. And the socket would be the empty holster or this holster, right? Let me just double check it. Okay. Okay, so we want to attach it, and then what I want to do, get a weapon from here, and I want to set weapon state to equipped from the dropped. Hit comp. Let's check out if it's working or not. Let's play. So for the first step, if I hit E, nothing is happening. So let's see where we messed up. Okay, yep, we have to provide the socket. Yeah, so in the pickup function we first have to call this attach weapon, because otherwise we won't gonna do anything. So this would be go in a weapon, and this is a empty holster. Let's check out. Yeah, it is attaching, as you can see that. And if I move around, as you can see, if I hit E again, nothing would happen because we haven't code for that. But it is attaching for the first gun. So yeah, we have done this. So this is all for today now, and in the next video we're gonna cover all the equipment algorithm, what I have showed you. So thank you so much guys for watching, and bye bye.